Douglas Switzer in the number 914 Porsche 914-6 with the big air scoop and the big wing. Colin Cohen will start in row 2 in the number 38 in his Maserati Trofeo GT4. In row 3, the first of the Group 6 cars, Steve Yarborough in his number 76 Chevy Corvette, and the 67 of Michael Browning in his 2013 BMW M3. In row 4 is the 62 of Brian Leary in his BMW, the red and white one, and then Mike Gorman in the number 64 green BMW M3. Scott Shadell in the number 36 Group 6 Chevy Camaro, the blue one. Then the 89 of John Putnam in his blue Mazda RX-7. Car 14A is the black Corvette of Steve Smith, and Bill Skillman in the orange Porsche 911 number 3A. In row 7, Rick Ortman in the red Corvette, the number 26, and Clay Hargett in the number 34 white Ford Mustang FR 500S. And last on the field, the number 98 of Alex Lozano in the other Mazda RX-7. His is the red and yellow one. As the field working their way into turn number 12. Getting ready for the start here of this 20-minute race. The last for these cars of the weekend.
It has been a fantastic weekend here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Has it ever.
And talking to all the SVRA drivers, competitors, Trans Am, Formula Regional Americas, they've had some fun. But, John, take us to the green.
Here they come. Derek Carter in that big Mustang. Jack Switzer in the
What's
Porsche.
the 914 and the Maserati doing?
Yeah, they're going to whatever. And here they come as Derek Carter gets the jump. But the Maserati getting up against the wall there as Colin Cohen losing his way on the way to the start line for whatever reason. But a big jump from Derek Carter. And look at Steve Yarborough in that Corvette as he jumps up into second spot around both of the Porsches. Jack Switzer in the 911, Doug Switzer in the 914, and then Michael Browning and Colin Cohen, those cars all working their way through the traffic here. Clay Hargett, I think, they're at the tail end in that number 34 Mustang.
I spoke to Clay Hargett this morning. He was pretty upset with his performance yesterday, and he went out, changed some O2 sensors, dried out his air cleaner, and he thinks that's going to help him. But I'm pretty upset right now with what I saw from that 9146 and the Maserati at the start there. That could have caused a huge incident. We can't have that in SVRA.
Yeah, they squeezed up against the wall there, and it almost looked like Colin Cohen made contact with the outside wall. So we'll get that sorted out as a good battle between Steve Yarborough in that big Corvette and the 914-6 of Douglas Switzer. And Switzer dives to the inside. These two had a pretty good battle in the closing stages of this race yesterday. Switzer's going to sweep up into that third spot. As Derek Carter out in front in the Mustang. Then Jack Switzer in the 911. Doug Switzer in the 914. Then this battle we're watching with Steve Yarborough in the 76 Corvette. And then the trio of BMWs that seem to get together. Michael Browning, Colin Cohen. And here comes the leader to complete race lap number 1. Derek Carter out in front.
I didn't see any damage on the left side of that 9146 of Douglas Switzer. I appreciate the camera operator giving us a pretty good close-up, and I didn't see anything there. I wonder how the Maserati's doing, but you see Yarborough coming in with that BMW, and it's funny because that BMW to me is a modern BMW, but, it's a 2013. But to me, it looks like a brand new BMW.
Exactly.
Great wrap on that.
Yep. Yeah, that's the one he calls it. He himself calls it the acid trip paint job.
And Derek Carter out there for redemption. He had a rough TA race today in his class, so he's out there to win this race.
Yeah, I think he was leading the GT class, and the car let him down.
Here comes Cohen in the Maserati. Steve Yarborough running high in that Corvette.
Cohen now up into fifth spot with that pass of Michael Browning's BMW. And I don't see anything on the left side of Colin Cohen's car either, so it looks like he got through that start contretemps, whatever that was, unscathed.
Yeah, and we got lucky on that one.
Pretty good battle behind them, though, behind Michael Browning is Scott Shadell.
And Colin Cohen trying to make a pass on Yarborough here.
Dives to the inside and gets it done. So Steve Yarborough dropping back a couple spots here. It's Colin Cohen working his way up to fourth.
I've known Colin Cohen a really long time, about 10 years. And he's a very calm, easy person to get along with. And his personality was probably like, I'm going to give it a lap after something like that happened. He doesn't get heated.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going to give it a lap, see how my car is, and then I'm going to turn it on. So now we might see Colin turn it on, where other race car drivers would just go red mist and after something like that. So I hate that it happened, but it couldn't have happened to a better person. Honestly, you got a little bit of thing here maybe from the wall.
Yeah, looks like maybe a little body rub there right above the left front tire.
Yeah, but I appreciate what I'm seeing from the body language of that car.
Yep.
Colin Cohen, very good driver, driven with us in Trans Am, International GT, SVRA, and Norwood Italia. Makes for some really good cars, but he does see Switzer just ahead of him in that 9146 with that big wing we were talking about yesterday.
Last time by, he was about 9 seconds adrift, but that's going to be much closer now, as he's definitely picked up some time. As you can see the Trident logo of the Maserati on the grille of that car. The race director up in race control is reviewing that start for that very thing. So
Steward's review, right?
Jeff Luckritz is going to have a talking to these drivers, I'm pretty sure. As the number 3A of Bill Skillman in that orange Porsche working his way forward as he gets around one of the BMWs.
Great to have Bill out with us. I'm not sure that was him in the car yesterday. I think he had a golf tournament that he wanted to attend. This is his hometown.
Yep.
And then look at this. We've got our two rotaries together.
As they were much of the race yesterday. Yeah, absolutely. John Putnam and Alex Lozano, the 89 and the 98. As they come to the line, order shifting just a little bit. Derek Carter still your leader. Jack Switzer in the Porsche 911. In second, Douglas Switzer in the 914-6 with the big air scoop in third. Then Colin Cohen. And a big bunch of smoke coming off of one of the cars here.
Rick
Just
Ortman.
a brake lockup, I think. That was Rick Ortman. Steve Yarborough then behind Colin in the number 76 Corvette. Then Michael Browning in the multicolored BMW. Brian Leary just behind him in the red and white Beamer. Then Scott Shadell in the Camaro. And then this battle that we're watching here, Steve Smith, Rick Ortman in the red Corvette, Bill Skillman in the orange Porsche. It's Shadell in the front, then the black Corvette of Smith, then Ortman in the red Corvette, and Skillman in the orange Porsche. And then the...
is that an air scoop on the side of Ortman's car in front of the mirror? See that? Is that scooping air into his cabin?
Yeah, could be.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, just to keep him cool, maybe. That's not uncommon, but hey, Bill Skillman is here to race. Yeah. He is all over the back of Rick Ortman. Skillman in a Group 8 car, Ortman in a Group 12. That orange Porsche, 1973 911.
That Porsche should be able to catch in the twisty bits, just like we're seeing here.
Battle for the lead.
This is what's so neat. We were talking about this yesterday. Where the Porsche is really good, the Mustang will be bad. And where the Mustang is really good, the Porsche will be not so good. So this is a good equalizer track.
Yep, they were a quarter of a second apart at the line, and I would guess it's not much more than that now as they come onto the Holman Straight.
And Derek should be able to gap him here, but then once they hit the 500 mark in the braking zone, but no, that Porsche is staying right behind him. Look at that.
He's hiding behind behind the car from our camera angle. That Porsche looks tiny compared to that big Mustang. And he is right there. This is the battle for the overall lead. They're in two different classes, of course. Derek Carter in the 12A MPAE class. Jack Switzer in the 12A MP1 class. Switzer goes to the inside as they head up onto the banking.
But I promise you that doesn't matter. If you've got somebody on track to race with, that's your race.
Exactly.
You're not really thinking in SVRA, I've got a class. Let's have some fun with this. Now, both of them are thinking, we want to finish this race and get our gold medal at Indy.
Yeah.
And they both will if it stays like this. But they also just want to have some fun with each other.
Yep.
Speaking of, if you've got any information, joining us on YouTube, on Racing America TV, leave some comments. this guy, Boy Snowflake, is saying he recognizes a couple of these cars from Sonoma. And yes, you're right. A couple of these cars were at our Sonoma race a few months ago.
Derek Carter was one of them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So was Yarborough and Smith.
Yep. Switzer stretching his advantage now. I wonder if Carter's fading a little bit. Let's see. His best lap was a 36.4. His last lap a 42.9. So, yeah, Derek Carter's lost a little pace since the start. Remember, his car was, showing us a big spark display yesterday as the front splitter was rubbing the ground. He's got it up off the ground now, so that's no longer an issue.
Now let's see if he can drag race him. Looks like he's catching him, but that Porsche should be able to outbrake him.
See the Shelby snake on the grill of the Mustang. But this is where the Porsche is very handy. And here we go for the battle for third. This is Doug Switzer and Colin Cohen. And Doug in the 914, Colin in the Maserati.
These two have some history that was before they got to the starting line.
Yeah, they came together, inadvertently or otherwise, on the way to the start. Colin Cohen in that Maserati, in which he had so much success in the GT class of the Trans Am race for a couple of years. Colin and Chris Coffey both with matching Maseratis. And now, new leader as Derek Carter has retaken the lead. And he's back on the pace, lapping in the 136s. So I don't know what was wrong a lap ago where he dropped into the 140s or so. But whatever transient problem he had, he's got it solved.
Control-Alt-Delete.
Yep. Did a factory reboot.
Yeah. They come through the stack auto lift section. Now let's see if Switzer can get behind him and hide right in that draft. Yeah, maybe a little bit too far back.
Last time he did that, he was able to make a pass, but he's a little further back this time. So we'll see what happens as they head down into turn 7.
Do love the lines of that Porsche.
Yeah, pretty paint job. I really like the paint job. And Douglas Switzer in the 914-6 with a similar livery, so I'm sure the Switzers are related.
Oh, Colin Cohen
in the pits.
Into the pits changing a tire. I wonder if he got a tire rub from the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Look at this, man. This is a great race up front.
Just back and forth, back and forth.
This is handling versus horsepower here.
Yep. And Carter with some sort of issue here because that car just doesn't seem to be consistent for whatever reason. Of course, Derek just ran a 75-minute, well, not quite 75 for him, but it was, a pretty long Trans Am race, so he's probably a little gassed. Even though the skies are overcast, it's still 80 degrees here in Indianapolis. At least the humidity's down. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
This is great battle at the front as we're about halfway through this one.
49-year difference in technology. That's a 2020 Ford Mustang, 1971 Porsche 911. But remember, I'm a drummer. Check my math on that. But, a lot's changed. You've got an air-cooled rear engine Porsche 911. And then a front engine rear-wheel drive, modern brakes, modern suspension, but a lot of weight in that Mustang.
But a lot of horsepower. So,
and sometimes horsepower, like with me, with my skills, I can't do anything with horsepower.
Right.
Right. I'm just not a skilled enough driver to be able to do anything with that. So in a track like this, with all these twisty sections, sometimes balance is more important than horsepower.
Yep. This is a great contrast. We talked about it yesterday, and you talked about it just now. About up over the curbs, up on two wheels is Derek Carter.
You had a 74 Porsche 911?
76.
76.
Yes, yeah. This is a 71, so it's a couple years older.
Here he comes.
But here he comes alongside. Now, you would think that Carter would be able to draft right by him here. But Switzer hanging strong.
Who made it to the line first? Look at that.
That was Carter
gosh.
by 16 thousandths of a second.
Maybe Switzer's thinking, could I beat him to the line, if it comes to that.
And so Switzer takes the lead once again. These two have swapped it a couple times. It's Derek Carter. It just seems to go through periods where the car just kind of stumbles on him. It looks like it doesn't want to go, and then it corrects itself. So maybe he's got a misfire or some sort of transient issue.
Derek, you need to walk our paddock and go talk to Keith Prochuk, the owner of HP Tuners in Trans Am. Maybe he can help you out with that a little bit.
Exactly. Get that car dialed in.
But speaking of, modern versus vintage, we have Yarborough in his Corvette with that new BMW.
Yeah, 1966 Corvette.
And a 2013, I believe, is what that one is.
Yep, the BMW. Michael Browning is a 2013. Brian Leary right behind him in the 62 2016 BMW. So it's even newer.
Oh, my gosh, John, I just got some great. If we can get our camera operator, the number 98, Lozano's first SVRA race, racing a car his dad raced 25 years ago. Rebuilt it over the last couple of years. Still has the same 13B. So it's one of the Mazdas.
Yep.
EFI engine that was rebuilt back in 01. Thank you so much. That is from Greg Blastic.
So this is its first race. That's great stuff. And in a car his dad raced on Father's Day. How cool is that?
Yeah. At Indy.
Yeah. As they've caught Steve Smith. Colin Cohen, of course, in the pits for a while. Clay Hargett also didn't make it past 3 laps. But this lead battle is really compelling as they just sawed back and forth throughout the course of this race.
And the driver, Lozano, was 2024 SCCA T4 champion in an RX-8, so he likes the rotaries.
Yeah, you betcha. The RX-8, the last of the Mazda rotaries.
I noticed something there. Maybe I saw it wrong, but Derek was hard on the brakes into that, and I didn't see the Porsche lights come on for the brakes.
Yeah.
So he may be just in the correct gear. So is this Lozano in that RX-7?
Yes, he's in the blue one.
Nice.
No, he's in the red and yellow one.
Okay.
The other one is the red and white one is John Putnam.
Look at this battle.
Great stuff. Steve Yarborough in that old Corvette.
Browning.
That's
you said
C2, second generation Corvette.
In the acid trip.
Yep.
And then, funny enough, Leary is right behind him. Not Timothy Leary, though.
Yeah, there you go. There's Lozano's car.
So that car that his dad raced 25 years ago. How cool is that?
Yeah. Great stuff.
I love stories like that.
Yeah. And thanks to our camera crew for picking up on that. Thanks, Cam. Our director's named Cam.
Now our drone's following it.
Look at this. I love that livery. That's just beautiful.
That is a Power 80s livery.
Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
that. Yeah,
for sure. This has been a great battle all race long here. Yarborough, Browning, and Leary in that order.
I went over and looked at the BMWs last night because I'm camping here.
Uh-huh.
And up close, they look really good.
Yeah.
And it looks like they all race in the WRL, another great series.
Sure.
But up close, these BMWs really look good. They look big compared to that Corvette.
They do, yeah.
Steve Yarborough, we said this yesterday, doing every race with us this year, as is Steve Smith.
So he's going to do all 17?
Every
or how many
event.
Ever we have?
Yeah.
That's good for him.
Every SVRA event. So they won't be at Road America next weekend.
Yeah.
But they were there in May. Oh, we may have a pass here.
Yeah, looks
and
like
you can see Leary's trying to flash his lights to just try to give any kind of distraction.
Steve Smith's in the pit lane in the black Corvette, so trouble for him.
So Yarborough, he has the drive off of 14, but the BMW is just trying to get him any way you can.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Yarborough, I'm sure that's a big block in his Corvette. So he's got plenty of grunt down the straightaway, but it's not quite as handy as the BMWs with more contemporary brakes and more contemporary suspension. So it's kind of the same thing we saw with Switzer and Carter in the Porsche and the Mustang.
But I have to give it to Browning and Leary. That takes a lot of patience to do what they're doing.
Yep.
And we've got white flag next time by on our leaders. So Browning and Leary, I like what I'm seeing here because it's hard to race with that patience. And here we go.
Jack Switzer with the lead coming to the white flag here. He's closing down on Rick Ortman, who is 11th, to put him a lap down.
Speaking of the Trans Am Series, I was at the hotel editing some videos, and I had a video from Trans Am, I think in 1968-69, and Rick Ortman was in the video from 1968 or 69. His car and his crew and everything. So he goes way back with the Trans Am Series.
That's awesome. These guys, the leaders, working their way through some traffic, coming up on the other RX-7 of John Putnam.
All right, Derek. Let's see. It's all about, can he get a good run out of 14 to try to make that drag race into 1? Because if he can get to 1, he might be able to keep that Porsche behind him.
Yeah, they're coming to the white flag.
It's all about the setup here. This is turn 13. How does he set up out of 13 and make a good run out of 14? But, man, he's losing power.
9 cars remain on the lead lap after that last pass. Steve Smith's back out, so he made a pass through the pits, but there's the white flag for our leaders. Jack Switzer in the number 30 Porsche at the front. We haven't seen the 914 in a while. He is well back in 3rd spot.
I don't see Derek being able to catch him if it stays like this.
Yeah, they're working their way through a bunch of traffic. They just put Mike Gorman a lap down in the number 64 green BMW.
I appreciate, though, Gorman and Steve Smith both saw what was coming.
Yep.
We appreciate that.
Yep. They're closing up now on Bill Skillman, who's in 8th. So by the end of this lap, there might be only 7 cars left on the lead lap. I don't know if they can catch Shadell, but it looks like they're going to get Skillman before this one's over. Here comes. Here comes.
Watch
Derek
out, Skillman. Watch out, Skillman.
Look out. Late on the brakes.
Oh, Derek Carter able to set a pick. Oh, what a save by Skillman.
No kidding. He got sideways and still was able to save it.
Oh, man. That could have gone bad.
That could have gone very bad for
great
the 3
save.
of them.
And it's very hard in a rear-engine car because all your weight's back there, and it's wanting to pull you around.
It's a pendulum, baby. These older air-cooled Porsches really were kind of diabolical.
Yeah, if you get off the gas at the right time, they just want to keep going around.
It's called trailing throttle oversteer.
Here we go.
Here they come into turn 13.
Shadle.
Switzer's not going to give it up. He's going to give it everything.
Remember what we saw? He passed that line. Oh no, they're splitting him.
3 wide coming onto the front straightaway. Who's going to get it at the line? Coming to the stripe. It is Derek Carter.
Oh my goodness.
Over Jack Switzer by 0.3 of a second. As they put Scott Shadell a lap down.
My heart rate is up. That was scary. Scott Shadell, I bet you had quite a view of that. Derek Carter, and I thought Switzer, we had talked about that a couple laps ago. I thought maybe he was trying to measure this out and see if he could get there.
Yep.
If he would have taken the inside, I think he could have.
There's the 914 of Douglas Switzer. He comes home in 3rd spot, pretty much by himself, 26 seconds behind.
Now, if I'm being honest, I was clapping that they all made it through alive.
Yeah.
I wasn't cheering for anybody. I'd probably pull more towards the Porsche than the Mustang, but I was just glad all 3 of them made it.
Yep, exactly right. And especially that Bill Skillman made that save there at turn 7 on that last lap. But congratulations to Derek Carter. After a disappointing Trans Am race, he gets another gold medal.
And what a race this was.
Yeah, you betcha.
I think, just off the top of my head, I think we had 6 passes for the lead.
Every bit of it.
That we saw.
Every bit of it. There's your full rundown with Derek Carter taking the win. Jack Switzer takes the win in the 12A MP1 class. Douglas Switzer in the 914 will finish 2nd in that group. John Putnam takes the win of the battle between the 2 Mazdas in the 8B production class. Putnam over Alex Lozano. In the 12A MP4 category with all the BMWs, Michael Browning takes the win over Brian Leary and Mike Gorman. And finally in the 12A MP2 class, Rick Ortman takes the victory in the red Corvette over the 14 black Corvette of Steve Smith. What a great weekend of racing here, and we are still doing it. Next up is Groups 5A, 7, and 11B. Sports racers and prototypes from the racing capital of the world, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Hagerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, all for less than a set of race tires. Hagerty, let's drive together.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy-to-make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Big news for car lovers everywhere. Now you can get Next Gen at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Every Next Gen formula is built with advanced ceramic technology, and that means a deep gloss finish, serious protection, and long-lasting durability for your paint. World-class racing teams trust Next Gen to protect their race cars under the toughest conditions. And you can trust Next Gen to protect your car every day. Find Next Gen ceramic protection at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get ready for race day with Stack Auto Lifts. The world's fastest racers and the most trusted garage lifts come together to elevate every moment on and off the track. From rugged 4-post lifts and powerful 2-post systems to space-saving single-post and scissor lifts, Stack Auto Lifts delivers strength, precision, and performance for every garage. Brought to you by Stack Auto Lifts, created by racers for racers. Proud partner of Race America for the 2026 season.
Welcome to RacingAmerica.tv. From the local short tracks to the road racing stars of Trans Am, we have you covered. Subscribe now for live access to over 200 grassroots races streaming all season long. Watch anytime, anywhere on your phone, tablet, or TV apps. Get a 10-year archive of grassroots races, plus behind-the-scenes NASCAR team coverage. And when the spotlight turns to Trans Am, Racing America brings you front-row access to the action. This is racing at every level. This is Racing America.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cube 3 Architecture Trans Am TA2 Pro and Pro-Am Series. Nationally recognized for architecture, interiors, and planning, Cube 3 proudly returns as the title sponsor for the 2026 Trans Am TA2 racing season. From designing dynamic spaces across the country to fueling performance on the track, Cube 3 brings creativity, precision, and passion to everything they do. Cube 3, architecture, interiors, planning, where design innovation meets racing passion. Welcome back to Indianapolis Motor Speedway as our final race of the weekend for the groups 5A, 7, and 11B. At the front, we have the Sports 2000s in the first wave. Henry Payne in the number 90 will start on the pole. Henry Payne, the fifth, will start in second spot in the number 13. Samuel Payne will start in row 2 alongside Noah Arundel in the number 3. All the Paynes are in Lola Sports 2000s. Noah is in a Carber CS2. Mark S. Clark will start inside of row 3 in the number 15 Swift DB5. Nate Scigliano in the number 79 Lola T9090. And then Gavin Clark in the 85A Swift DB2 are your top 7, all of them from the Sports 2000 class. Then starting in the second wave will be the 7A of Tom Grunna in that Relco Can-Am, the orange one. Philip Lewis in the number 20 Radical SR3. Ryan Leach in the number 56 Rush. Got a bunch of rushes in the field. In fact, all the rest of the field are rushes. Nico Bratz in the number 13A Rush. Jordan Musser in the 106 Rush. Ethan Hardesty in the 115. Michael Neff in the 199. John Beal in the 5. And Jeff Hardesty in the number 128. All the Rush SRs.
Nice. Those rushes are living in the limelight. And if you're cool enough to get that dad joke, then we can be friends. I love those things. Now, I want to give a big happy Father's Day to Henry Payne, who's out there with his two sons. Mark S. Clark is out on track with his son, Gavin. How cool is that?
Hey, there you go. What better way to spend Father's Day than racing with your dad, man?
Yeah.
We got to get you and Lincoln in a couple race cars, man.
Ooh,
You've got enough cars and
dangerous.
parts in your house. You should be able to put together 2 good vintage race cars to come out here and race with.
Every good vintage British car guy has several project cars and parts cars and things like that.
You need parts cars to put one of them together. Yeah, I hear you. That's why my only car is my 2020 Honda Civic.
That will run forever.
I hope so.
I thought I saw Dusick out there, but he's not out there.
No, he elected not to play. So the Paynes with the family paint job.
And Mark Clark in the red with Gavin, his son, right behind him.
Yep. Here they come to the line in the first wave, the Sports 2000s. And there's the green.
I love how they light up that pylon like that.
Yeah, isn't that great? Looks like the 90 of Henry is on the inside with Henry V on the outside. A little squirrely on the brakes. They stay side by side through turn number 1.
Nice job of Samuel not hitting the rear of the 90.
Yep. And then Noah Rundell in that white number 3 Carber mixed in with him. And now here's the second wave. Tom Grunna in that big Can-Am replica accelerating away. But the Radical getting swarmed by a whole swarm of rushes. As the Radical, Philip Lewis getting picked off by a bunch of the Radicals. Here we go back to the front. The 13 of Henry V still in front of his dad, Henry, in the 90. Then Arundel in the Carver. Then the 16 of Samuel Payne. Right behind him, Mark Clark. We've admired that paint job in that red and white number 15 all weekend long. And here come the rushes. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Trying to get in front of that Radical. The black rush of Ryan Leach is the one at the point. Nico Bratz in the red one up there with him.
See the number 199 we were just on. Narissa 427 that says, "Let's go, Michael, love you, baby." Hope that's his wife or girlfriend.
That's Michael Neff in the 199 white rush. And here come the Payne family at the front with Noah Arundel in the white Carber.
Man, talk about equal performance coming down the front straight.
Yeah. These cars all have, basically the same power plant, the Ford Pinto motor, basically. And it's just the difference in the bodywork design.
But if you're wondering, the gas tank does not lead into a bolt that will rupture the gas tank in these.
Yeah,
it's just the Pinto engine.
That's true. Oh, we got a change for the lead amongst the rushes.
Monochromatic lead in the rushes.
Yeah, there you go.
So Michael Neff, see, there you go, Narissa. You're giving him some good points here. He's up at the pointy end here already.
Henry Payne V beginning to stretch the advantage over the rest of these drivers. Here we come. The white one is still in the lead. That's Ryan Leach is in the black one. That's the 56. And then the 106 of Jordan Musser in second. Nico Bratz in the red one is just behind the Radical there, the multicolored Radical of Gavin Clark. Or excuse me, of Philip Lewis, in the 20.
It's good to see Philip Lewis back out there. He had some mechanicals yesterday, and I missed it. That is the 106. You're right. I thought it was the 199.
Yeah, the 199 is, I think, just behind them. Michael Neff up behind Philip Lewis in the Radical. Here we are back to the front with the Sports 2s. Samuel Payne trying desperately to get around Noah Arundel in the Carver so the Paynes can sweep the podium here.
Yeah, that'd be a good Father's Day.
Yeah, how about you?
But I think Noah has other plans.
The top 6, all in the same class, the 5A S2 class. Gavin Clark, The last of the Sports 2s is in the vintage Sports 2, number 85, and that Swift DB2. That's him at the very back in the red and white.
Arundel's car is so white, camera operators are having a hard time white balancing with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't see the lines of it because it's a cloudy day out here.
It's negative space.
Yeah. Philip Lewis with his radical.
Trying to work his way back around these lead 2 rushes. Maybe it took him a while to get the tires up to temperature, but he's split the top 2. So Lewis now up behind Ryan Leach.
Wearing his gold bell helmet for being an SVRA national champion.
There you go. Those always awarded at the Circuit of the Americas at our season finale. Nico Bratz trying to make a race of it as he's closing up right on the back of Jordan Musser. That's the battle on camera right now. Nico in the red one, the number 13A. Back to this great battle for second, third, and fourth. Henry V in the number 13 has opened up about a 2-second lead over this battle.
Yeah, big lead.
Yeah. He's trying to get away here.
Look at how high the roll bar is on that.
Yeah.
So Philip Lewis through the rushes.
Back to the front of the second wave, behind Tom Grunna in that big Can-Am replica.
But he should be. The Radical should be a little bit faster than the rushes. But now what that means is we're going to be able to see a really fun race with the rushes. We've got one rush into the pits, and it looks like it's that red Gildan we were talking about yesterday.
John Beal, in the Gildan at the Wisconsin-based team with the Gildan sponsorship. This is a great battle between Musser and Nico Bratz. Ryan Leach still out in front of the rush contingent, but Philip Lewis has gotten around him to take over the lead just behind Tom Grunna.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here it comes.
Might have
Samuel
a pain.
Trying to inflict maximum pain on Noah Arundel.
I like that.
Got alongside, but Arundel's got a little more straight line speed. I'm guessing the Carver maybe is a little slipperier. But these, 89 and 90 series Lolas were the one to have back in the day. This Carver is a 1998. It came along a little later and became the dominant Sports 2000 in the later years of the Sports 2000s.
There you go, Narissa.
That's the 106. That's Jordan Musser.
But this one, the white one, is the one she's wanting to see.
Yep. The 199 to Michael Neff.
You can see that we have really polished the line, the racing line down in some of these areas. It wasn't like that one before we got here.
Yep.
But that's what 300 race cars throughout the weekend will do.
Exactly right. We had 60 Trans Am cars here. We had 15 from the Regional Americas and about 108, just under 200 SVRA cars here this weekend. 180 something. Philip Lewis just set the fastest lap of the race overall in that Radical.
Go get him, Philip Lewis. Came here all the way from Bangkok, Thailand. So he deserves something.
And Henry Payne in the second place car up front just took that away from him. So he now has the fastest lap of the race. Lewis was a 34.8. Payne is a 34.8 as well. The difference between those two lap times, 47 thousandths of a second.
Wow. Let's see what he does here.
Payne in the 90 is quickest right now. This is Tom Grunna in that orange Relco Can-Am.
Making it miserable for Gavin Clark because Gavin Clark's got to run that car with momentum. Grunna has all the right foot power you could ever want in a car.
Grana has the grunt in that car.
Definitely.
Gavin Clark in the 85A Swift DB2.
I think Philip Lewis is going to be able to
be a part of that battle.
Maybe he has enough time to make it to the front. Uh-oh, I'm hearing the 115. Hardesty is coming in.
Yeah, John Beal came in after just 2 laps. Ethan Hardesty after 3 as the leader's working race lap 6 right now.
Do you think they're seeing rain out there?
I don't know. None of these cars have windshield wipers, so we can't tell for sure. I'm not hearing anything on race control about rain. There was just a report before this race started that some of the corners were reporting a sprinkle or two.
And if you were watching the last race at the start, we had a little incident, and the 9146 was DQ'd from that race. So I was happy to hear that.
Yep. As it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Philip Lewis getting around Gavin Clark to take over 8th position.
How's he on top speed? Is he still the fastest, or is Henry Payne the fastest?
Henry Payne is the fastest at the moment, a 134.6 for Payne.
Happy Father's Day to Hardesty, who is out there.
Jeff and Ethan having their battle. Jeff the dad, Ethan the son.
That's our leader.
Yep. Henry V has been out in front pretty much the whole race. His dad in second there in the 90.
Man, he looks smooth.
And his brother Samuel in 4th, just behind the white Carver.
I love the upper angles like that. You can see into the cockpit.
Yep. See how busy his hands are. I'll tell you what, Dad's going to make a race of this here. This is not done. We're about just past halfway.
Uh-oh, the other Payne has fallen back because Marquez Clark has taken Samuel Payne.
Yeah, Samuel was trying to get around the Carver there for a while.
He's in the pit lane.
Now he's dropping. Oh, so trouble for him. So a Payne podium is not going to happen.
But will Henry V give his dad a Father's Day present? And if I know Henry Payne, the dad, he would not want a gift like that. He needs to earn it.
Yeah, the gift he would prefer would be to beat his youngster. Yeah. Ooh, look at him squirming under the brakes.
Yeah, but he's closing the gap.
He is closing the gap, no question.
So who is going to win, Henry Payne or Henry Payne?
Well, the V is for victory, so maybe Henry V is going to be the victor here. But
if I got on Poly Markets and put Henry Payne to win,
I'll bet you
good odds.
You could bet on that. Yeah, Poly Market, you can bet on just about anything.
But look, that's the closest they've been for a while.
Indeed. At the line, it was a second and a half a lap ago. I think it's going to be less than that now.
Cam, our producer, says his ears are in pain. I tend to do that. John Phippen has a voice that sounds like it's EQ'd coming out of his mouth, and then this guy talks out of his nose. That was close, though. Look at that. He's closing the gap.
It was half a second at the line.
Come on, Dad.
Come on, you can make it happen.
We're supposed to be impartial, but I'm not at all. I usually cheering for an overtake. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But he does. The dad does look better right now.
He does. He definitely does. And Noah Arundel in third, and that Carver has dropped well back now. He's about 7 seconds behind this battle at the front. So the old Lowell is showing their heels to the newer Carver.
And I don't know who put out those signboards, but they did a terrible job. They're all blown over. down there at 7.
I don't think they were blown over. I think they've been knocked over.
Maybe.
There's been lots of action. There's the Ticers Live signboard.
Now there's a bigger gap again.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Philip Lewis moving his way through.
The black Rush is the leader of the Rush contingent, Ryan Leach. Jordan Musser in the white one. Right behind him, Nico Bratz in the red one. Musser in the 106.
That's the Rush battle right there.
Yeah, that's the way it's been going on all race long.
Yep. Even Narissa says, take me back to the Rushes. Your wish is our command. Here you go, Narissa.
It's as if our director is listening to you, Narissa.
It's a good battle, though.
Yep.
Look, watch these things rotate. You know, you were talking about that short wheelbase, but man, they can really rotate.
Yep. The struts in the front holding that splitter make it look like they have teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of nice.
Uh-oh, we might have a pass at 1 here.
Yeah, here we go. This is the battle for second amongst the Rush contingent. Nico Bratz going to pop to the inside, but no, he decides he's going to follow here. He's still got a little time left. About 5 minutes remaining in this one, maybe a little less.
Oh, and Narissa says thank you. I love having this interaction. You know, that's great.
We have one fan.
Yeah,
and,
I love
Marissa.
it. Just
Thank
keep
you,
yelling at us, Narissa. I like that.
Yeah, that's it.
She'd probably love to see the 199 car.
Hint, hint. We haven't talked much about the 79. That's Nate Scigliano and his Lola T9090.
I met him years ago at the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix in Shinley Park, which is just a fantastic vintage racing event.
Yep. Vintage racing and vintage car show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I haven't been in years. I should go back. It's only a couple hours from my house. I should do it.
Through a city park.
Yeah.
A very pretty city park.
Right. Now that Pittsburgh International is no more, that's motor racing in Pittsburgh.
What's the name of the red car?
Nico Bratz.
He's out braking at the moment. Ooh, look at this, a little side by side with the drone.
Yay.
Into 14, the garage living section. I like that. I didn't know we were this high tech.
Oh, ye of little faith. Cam could do anything.
Ooh.
Here comes our Rush leader closing down on the 79 of Scigliano and makes the pass. So that puts Ryan Leach up into 6th overall now. As he's picked off a couple of the Sports 2000s. Gavin Clark in the 85A dropped back a little earlier on, and now Leach up into 6th position after picking off Scigliano. Philip Lewis, though, is 7 seconds or so up the road, so I doubt if he'll have time to catch him. But the second place battle for the Rushes has been the one we've been watching all race long. With Musser and Bratz shadowing one another.
It's a great battle. I've been watching the Rushes on social media, and they were just at Road Atlanta, and they put out some great videos from that one. It looked like there were 60 cars on the grid for that race. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely, exploded in popularity. The Radicals were the track day car to have for a long time, and they're still very good. Take nothing about it. But these Rushes really have revolutionized this product grouping, I guess you will.
Made in Houston, Texas, and the last time I checked, there were over, I think, 340 of them out there.
Yep.
Maybe Narissa or Evan Pecor can tell us how many they have now. Yeah, you're right. They do look like teeth. The little chrome hooks to hold the splitter up. Yeah.
Yep. Here is our leader, Henry Payne V. Last time by the line, he had about a 1.8 second lead over his dad. And it wasn't long ago that dad and son were nose to tail, so the fifth has been able to stretch his advantage here in the closing stages. White flag next time by.
A little bit of fire coming out of that one. Henry Payne the fifth. He looks smooth again.
He does indeed. Using up all the racetrack. You can see one of his dad didn't quite take advantage of all that runoff there.
Ooh.
Ooh, a little traffic breaking up this second place battle for the rushes. That's given Jordan Musser just a little breathing room, but Nico Bratz able to close down as they get onto the straightaway here.
Still have the leader of the rushes in sight.
Yeah, just disappeared out of the bottom of your shot. Nico's got a run here.
Yes.
Jordan's going to try to block him, or at least take away the inside line.
Some really good driving, these two.
Yeah, they've been real consistent, not putting the wheel wrong.
Those three cooling fans there in the back I saw?
I don't know.
Maybe Narissa knows. Okay, come on, Bratz. Your chance. Nope.
He's got one more lap to do it.
Very patient.
Yeah, he's very patient.
All the curbing through the Mission Food section.
Ben knows this because he puts all those signs out there personally.
Yeah.
He puts them out there and now has to go gather them all up again. So.
Just thinking that.
Yeah.
We had to gather them up in the rain at Mid-Ohio and possibly here.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Lime Rock, we packed in the rain. Road America, we packed in the rain. Mid-Ohio, we packed in the rain.
At least we're consistent.
Yeah, it's being a consistency here.
All right, Bratz, you've got one more lap to make this happen.
That's all he's been waiting for. He just wanted to see that white flag, and now he's going to pull the pin.
Let's see. Ooh.
These rushes make a beautiful noise, too. That Hayabusa or Suzuki 1-liter motorcycle motor, high revving, has a great whine to it. But let's take nothing away from Henry Payne V. He has led this one from the jump. And Dad Henry going to come home in second, so we'll have two Paynes on the podium for sure. Checkered flag flies as the pylon lights up with the checkers as we go back to this battle for 7th overall and for 2nd amongst the rushes in the 11 PS4 class. Ryan Leach comfortably out in front, about 6 seconds in front of this battle. I think Jordan Musser's got what he needs here. He has been able to stretch it. Nico doesn't seem to have an answer.
Rin Amelia saying she thinks Bratz has this. I don't know, Amelia. Don't think so, John.
Yeah, I think Musser's got this one in hand as they come up onto the front straightaway. Bratz is going to give it a run, though. Musser's going to block as they come to the line, and it is Musser.
We got to show Neff, though, crossing the line, or else Narissa's going to come hunt us down.
Yep. Noah Arundel. Dropping down the order, he's going to finish in 9th position. He was right up there in 3rd for much of it. Mark Clark is going to come home 3rd in the red.
There's Gavin Clark.
Yep, Gavin Clark.
Neff just crossed the finish line.
There he is. Marissa, there's Neff, disappearing from the bottom of your picture.
She said nice. Isn't that cool to be able to interact with the viewers? I love that.
Here's your order. As you look at the overall order, I'll give you the class leaders. There's only 2 contested classes. The one at the front was the 5A Sports 2000. Henry Payne the 5th taking the gold medal. Henry Payne in the 90 taking silver. The bronze goes to the 15 of Mark Clark. And in the 11 PS4 class for the Rushes, Ryan Leach takes the gold in the 56. Jordan Musser holds on for the silver. Nico Bratz takes the bronze medal. Michael Neff takes 4th place, just missing out on the medal round. We have one more race to go, and it is for our historic stock cars. Their battle has slimmed down the starting field a little bit, so we'll see how many of them show up. Yeah, so for those of you watching us on the stream, apparently the car count for the last race is slow enough that we're not going to put it on the stream. So we will say our goodbyes to you from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. My name's John Phippen. Ben Sissel's been my partner in crime throughout the course of the weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and we'll see you down the road.